one all-out set to failure. That is all you need. Go to the gym, one set, you're done. Does it sound too good to be true? Yes. Well, it is, but not for everyone. He is, in fact, half right. Coach Greg, and one set is all you need. And so when you go to the gym, you should only be doing one set. If you do more, well, it's not good. And so Tom Kayat presented the evidence as to why this is true. And so people want to know, what is my opinion? Is he right, wrong, half wrong?
I'm talking about the working set that's going to provide the stimulus for growth. One proper set until failure and then back off.
And so what do I think of this? And so the first thing people are saying, oh, but what about warm-up sets? Well, they don't count. He means one all-out set to failure. That is all you need. Go to the gym, one set, you're done. Does it sound too good to be true? Yes. Well, it is, but not for everyone. He is, in fact, half right. If you're a beginner, just started lifting weights, doing one set might, in fact, be too much. One set taken to failure, for example, squats, the first day you go into the gym, all out to failure, guaranteed too hard. You should not push yourself to failure because that is going to cause you to be sore. You're simply not ready for it. And so one set is, in fact, all you need. However, one set, once you're no longer a beginner, it's simply not optimal. One set, all you need for your health, sure. If all you're doing is lifting weights to be healthy, to look okay, then one set, that is in fact enough. But if you're trying to maximize and optimal your results, this is 100% wrong.
One set is the most logical place to start and see what it does for you.
Exactly. One set, that's the most logical place to start. If you go to the gym, do one set, and you're making gains, keep doing it. Progressive overload. One set, go heavier next time. Add an extra rep. Better mind-muscle connection. You don't have to do set after set after set, and what that can do is actually lead to overtraining. And so doing more than one set, leave that for intermediate and or advanced lifters.
If you say you should be doing 4 sets and you don't see progress, what do? Do you go to 3 sets or do you go to 5 sets?
Exactly. If you start out doing too many sets, for example, 4 sets of each exercise, and you're not making gains, should you do 5, 6, or lower it to 3 or 2? You would not know. And so the easiest way to do this is to start out with a lower amount of volume and or intensity and increase from there. If you're not making gains going 5 reps from failure, go to 4 reps from failure. You can either do a lot of volume or a lot of intensity. You can't do both. That will surely lead to overtraining. And so if you're a beginner, you could quite simply go to the gym, do 1 warm-up set, and then do 1 hard set. If you're making gains, keep doing what you're doing. But once you stop, at that point, you can add in a second set. And so here is where he's wrong. You will not optimize your training by only doing 1 hard set all the time. It's not going to indefinitely make you stronger.
Years ago, I consulted the man himself, 6-time Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates. 1 set per exercise took him to the pinnacle of bodybuilding.
And so why is he so convinced that 1 set is all you need? Well, because he consulted with Dorian Yates, 6 times Mr. Olympia champion, who did 1 set per exercise. But did you see how hard he did that 1 set? He did that 1 set so hard that 99% of the population could not train that hard. Go to failure, beyond failure, drop set, failure again, drop it again, all out. You think you're going hard on that set? He took it to another level. And so if you go so hard, you bear yourself so deep, only 1 set is all you can do. You don't have the energy, the stamina to keep training like that. And should we also mention Dorian Yates was not natural? Does anyone think he was natural? And so do you really think that training like Dorian Yates for all people will build optimal results? Not everyone will build a Mr. Olympia physique by doing only 1 set.
He said, you'll learn more from 1 conversation with a guy like Mike Mentzer or myself than a lifetime of reading the bullshit in the magazines.
Now, I certainly wouldn't go that far. I certainly think that I learned more from reading bodybuilding magazines for 10 plus years growing up than I did from any single conversation I had with any IFBB pro. However, bodybuilding magazines can be very confusing as they do present conflicting information. One magazine will say to do it this way, the next magazine say the exact opposite. But there is something to be said by learning from those who have experience. 1 conversation with Dorian? I don't think so. But what about 100? Imagine learning over and over again from someone with both experience in the gym and the education to back it up. Somebody who's read the literature and can understand it, has applied it on themselves and coached other people. Perhaps Coach Greg. What do you think this is? Master's in kinesiology, got all the research, read it all, and I'm an IFBB pro. I practice on myself and on other people. And so when I say things, I'm speaking from experience. It's not just from reading an article in a bodybuilding magazine or some study that may or may not be accurate.
That from the man himself. So take it from me, take it from Mike Mentzer, take it from Dorian Yates. One set is all you need per exercise.
And so we can take it from Dorian Yates, Mike Mentzer, and this guy, or you can listen to the information I'm going to present right now and you draw your own conclusions. If you're a beginner, one set, that is plenty. All you need. When I was 10 years old, started lifting weights, one set. That's all I did. Sets of 6. Going back, if I could do it over, I would do a lot higher reps. Didn't know it was following the wider program. But I certainly enjoyed it and I made significant gains. I was 10 years old. As I got older, did more research, I eventually started doing 2 sets. Older again, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And so if you're a complete beginner, 1 set is all you need. But intermediate or advanced lifters, 1 set is not enough. And remember, the harder you train, the harder that set is. If you go to failure, beyond failure, doing drop sets, partials, and so on, supersets, you don't need as many sets. That is true. Dorian and Mike Mentzer and this guy are not wrong when they say this. However, the research, the literature, it's very clear. And in the real world, most people, the vast majority, 99% plus, are going to make more gains if they're an intermediate or advanced lifter from doing more than 1 set. And so the first set, well, that gives you the best bang for your buck. If you go in the gym, you don't have a lot of time, and you do 1 set, you can make 50% of the gains from just doing that 1 single set. If you go all out to failure, about 5 sets done twice a week seems to be the maximum amount of gains that you can get. And by that I mean the first set perhaps gives you 50% of your gains. The second set, 80%. Third set, 90. Fourth set, 95. The fifth set, all of them, 100% of the gains. But what if you keep going? 6, 7, 8 sets to failure and beyond? It's overtraining, you're going to lose progress. Those sets are literally junk volume. They're going to diminish your gains. There's only so much you can handle. If you overtrain, do too many sets at too great of intensity, your body will overtrain and not be able to recover, repair itself, and you will no longer build as much muscle as if you did fewer sets. But Coach Greg, you said 5 or 10 sets. Yes, if you don't train to failure, you're leaving reps in the tank. You need to make up for lacking in intensity with more volume. In that case, 10 sets. The first set might only give you 30% of the gains because it was done half-ass. You didn't push yourself. And so you do the second set, you get 50%, then 65, 70, 75, and so on. And by the time you get to the 10th set, you're at 100%. And so one athlete going all out training harder than last time, doing 5 sets, going to make the same amount of gains as the one training less intensely for 10 sets. And so you decide, you want to go all out, do 5 sets, you want to hold back a little bit, do 10. Depends how you like to train. Me personally, I like doing fewer sets with greater intensity. It's how I like to train. I do the same thing doing cardio. Rather than riding my bike for 2 or 3 hours, I'll ride for an hour. But I go hard. I go hard for 1 hour. I can make the same amount of gains as someone riding at a slower pace for 2 or 3 hours. We refer to this as a training stress score. The greater the intensity, perhaps you're doing HIIT cardio, you're doing intervals, you're going all friggin' out. That offers a greater stimulus incentive for your heart to adapt than doing slower cardio, and so you have to make up for that by riding your bike longer. Same applies in the weights. So if you don't go very hard, you can do more sets, up to 10, done twice a week. You want to go really hard, you can get away with doing only 5 sets, done twice weekly. And so it all comes down to the law of diminished returns. Doing 1 set, the greatest bang for your buck. Every set after that is not going to offer as much benefit as the first, but it doesn't mean you should stop at just 1. If you're a beginner, sure, you do not need to do more. Intermediate or advanced, unhappy with your physique, if you're only doing 1 set, you're going to get more gains by adding a second, third, fourth, fifth set. And even in exercise physiology in university over 25 years ago, I remember studying this, and it was determined that 3 to 5 sets was optimal when done to failure in comparison to 1. This is with trained subjects. They were not IFBB pros, but trained athletes. 3 to 5 sets, not 1. And so if you do 1 set and you stop, you're not going to get as much progress as 3 to 5. And so if you watch this video and you've been training 3 to 5 sets and you're thinking, oh, no wonder I'm not Mr. Olympia. No wonder I'm not as big as Dorian. I know what I'll do. I'll decrease my volume to 1 set from 5. You're not going to get bigger. You might not lose any muscle because you don't need as much volume to keep the muscles that you already built. About 1/3 the volume, all you need. And so please don't watch this video and think, oh, I only need to do 1 set. No, if you're a beginner and you're doing 5, 6 sets, you're going all out, you can do less. You try doing 1. But for intermediate and advanced lifters, trust me, the majority of people are not training hard enough. And so rather than watching this video and thinking, I'm going to train less, train harder. Harder than last time. Progressive overload. Hope you learned something. Ending it here. Remember, harder than last time supplements, use code GREG, G-R-E-G, 10% off. Click the link in the description, gregdoucette.com for coaching. Don't forget the training book, the cookbooks, the Circle Diet book, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Please watch the bloops. And until next time, I am out.